What a day for Lacrosse! Hello everybody and welcome to the Main Event Broadcasting Network. I'm Mario D'Alessandro, finally back in the headset with you alongside of Nick Pope. And we are going to bring you today's USA South semifinal on the west side between the visiting Huntingdon Hawks and your number one seed, best team in the regular season champions, the Piedmont Lions.
Yeah, absolutely. The Lions have been dominant all year, pretty much dominating 5-0 in conference play coming into this. So we're expecting much of the same around. Great defense in the back, great offense up front with the duo and the brothers. Just going to be an exciting game for the Lions.
Yep, and we do want to highlight a couple of things. We haven't seen you since the LaGrange here, which was 3 weeks ago. Since then, the Lions have racked up quite a trophy case, and Nick is actually going to go over all those. Have a seat, grab some popcorn, maybe a drink, because this could take a while.
Yeah, let me clear my voice real quick. The team's 8 honorees marks a program record as the Lions ran the table in the USA South regular season, going 5-0 as I just mentioned, and also having a goal differential of 107-18. So that's 107 goals for, only 18 against. The team was led by that senior back line of Zach Chulada, Riley Graham, and just the fifth-year senior of Zach Chulada. Chulada returned for his 5th year on campus and delivered yet another outstanding season in goal. The senior from Boca Raton, Florida, delivered a perfect 5-0 record in goal in conference and led the league in save percentage at 59.6. This year, Chulada was named the Defensive Player of the Year, All-USA South First Team, and All-USA South West Division. Avery Jinks as well did it all for the Lions in 2021, leading the team in goals with 25 and finishing second on the squad with 14 assists. Jinks was named to the All-USA South First Team and the All-USA South West Division First Team as well. Chris Pannenbacker also earned All-USA South First Team and All-USA South West Division First Team. And the sophomore face-off specialist from Mooresville, North Carolina, was dominant in conference play this entire season. We talked about it a lot on the broadcast, and where he starts out is in that center circle, winning 80% of the clip in the USA South against all the conference plays, both home and away. Brady Jinks as well joined this year's squad as a 5th-year senior, and Jinks earned himself a spot on the All-USA South West Division as well and scored second best on the team, only behind, as you know, his younger brother. As the older brother scored 24 goals, the younger brother scored 25. So the older brother, 24 goals and a pair of assists, was best for second on the team. Philip Waters also enjoyed a solid debut season for the Lions, finishing 4th on the team with 11 goals and 5th on the squad with 6 assists, earning him a spot on the All-USA South West Division team as well. Junior Ben Hamplin and Zach Schramm also joined the USA South West Division team, and they started all 9 games for the Lions and anchored the team's defense, allowing just 18 goals over those 5 conference contests to earn themselves All-USA South West Division honors. Wrapping it up, Mack Flanagan was incredible. The freshman coming in, winning 29 ground balls this season, earning him a spot as well on that West Division team. And then finally wrapping it up, the most important job on the field, keeping everyone together, Riley Graham, sportsmanship team, really a great guy in the back. Everyone loves him, and we love to watch him defend. He is incredible in the back, and really that back line could have been anyone in that USA South West Division first team.
Nick, here's a water for you, buddy. Holy crap. I told you that was a lot, folks, and he brought it to you in perfect fashion. He practiced it a time or two. Just way to bring it home there, Nick. Good job, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I want to give you kind of a little rundown of how the season's gone. If you haven't been on every broadcast with us, this should be a game that not the Lady Lions. These are the real Lions. These are the men's Lions. This is a game that the Lions should be able, to take advantage of the Hawks. The Hawks, a lighter roster, and really just do not have the depth or the power up front or the stalwart and back that, as you heard Nick say, all the awards that Riley Graham, Zach Schramm, Ben Hamplin, that's every single one of their defensive polls, all of them winning awards, as well as Mack Flanagan, a long-stick midfielder who plays primarily on the defensive end. So this should be a game that Piedmont should dominate. They won the first installment 22-2, the next 16-3. So today we have the third such game. We're going to look for more of the same. It was Avery Jenks having a hat trick in both games, his brother Brady, as well as Chase Goff having a hat trick in the first one as well. They're looking to really drive the play. That is the first line, and that's the line that will start here, and you'll see Avery behind the cage, Goff out to the right, Brady to the left. Now, sometimes they will bring Goff up top of the box, and they'll switch it with Dylan Hampel, who will also be starting. So they have a multitude of ways that they can go at this Huntington Hawks roster, who they've had success against. And as Nick was saying, Chris Pannenbacker had huge success. Last time setting a program record with 100% in the circle, and it wasn't just like he took 5 draws. He went 16 for freaking 16.
It's incredible.
That's a cheat code.
It's incredible.
I mean, and Nick's going to tell you the keys of the game here in a little bit, and winning the faceoff is huge. If you have a good faceoff man, like Nick is at 80%, as Nick was saying earlier, 80% is downright. You're winning 8 out of 10 draws, so you think about it. 80% mixed in with goalie save about 60%. If you got 80% of those possessions, that's about 65 shots. On goal is about 30 shots. Do the math there, because I can't. You're looking at probably around 15 to 20 goals easily if Chris does that again.
Oh, yeah.
So,
right away.
Yeah.
The instant pressure right away.
Yep.
Instant pressure right away.
And it's not like they give the ball away when they get them. They have smart possessions. They work it on, but they can definitely, and we've seen them run and gun too, where they are very good off the rush. And even at times, Coach Tim Dutton has said, like, man, I kind of wish we would score a little less and slow it down, because he felt bad that he was running the score up, but they're just so good at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I asked you in one of the earlier broadcasts, in women's lacrosse, it turns to a running clock. Men's lacrosse, it just keeps going.
It
They
does.
keep pausing it and pausing it. This game, if the Lions get on a roll, it could be 3 hours long.
It really could. And that's the big thing, is the solid offense, the good defense, and really, if Pannenbacker can do that in the circle again, the Floridian backstop, Zach Chilot, I'm going to call him the Floridian wall. If he can stop them all today, I challenged him on that. BCT in the net. If he can do what he's done, I mean, conference award again for being all defensive player in the USA South. This team is built to win this game, and they're built to really go on and play who it's probably going to be Pfeiffer playing Greensboro, but we'll see here today. But definitely want to highlight some keys of the game, and it's been kind of the same mantra all season, but Nick, go ahead and take it away with those 3 keys, buddy.
Yeah, with that, you did say Chulada, the first 2 times around, allowed 2 goals against in that first matchup. And then once they came home, he allowed 3 goals. So it will be asked to get him a clean sheet today, but if anyone can do it, it will be Chilada. Mm-hmm. But it all starts in that center circle. Those 3 points to the game. First, we have to dominate faceoff. Chris Pannenbacker done it all year. But then we also, once we get in that offense, they're going to foul us. They're going to get frustrated. We have to deliver on those man-up opportunities. That's number 2 in the keys of the game. And then winning those ground balls in the midfield and on that back line. We have a superior offense. I believe we have a superior team, but it all starts with that solid play and winning faceoffs, man-up opportunities, and the ground balls.
Yep. And that was something that Nick was actually talking about earlier. It's tough to beat a team 3 times, and lacrosse is no exception to the rule. In playoffs, they amplify every mistake. So the Lions have had a couple slow starts this year, but really have been turn it on because they're such a superior team. But Nick said it earlier to me in the booth. This is the 3rd time they're playing them. Huntington now knows what they're getting into, so it's not like it's a surprise for them.
Yeah, they're getting into a lot. That's the thing.
Yes, they are.
8 again. Not to say it too many times. 8 to USA South first team.
Yep. And I apologize for you Huntington fans that are out there. I do not know how many awards that your squad won. We didn't look that up, so I do apologize. But the Lions just really sweet. They had so many plates at that dinner ceremony. It was ridiculous. A program record. And they're going to hope to try and improve the program record they already have. They have 1 conference title to their name. If they win today, they go on to the finals to face the East Division champion, and that will be the matchup between Pfeiffer and Greensboro. I do not know when that game is, but we will know definitely by Sunday who the winner of this matchup will be. So, all right, so we're going to go away just for a little bit. Looks like we're getting ready for the national anthem, so we will quiet the broadcast down for that. And once that anthem is done, we'll be back with the opening face-off between the visiting Huntington Hawks and your Piedmont Lions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get the starting lineups here for the Huntingdon Hawks. It'll go Ryan Campion, Caden Bach, Stephen Dan's going to be in net, Patrick Gladden, Mike Jones, Paul Gordon, Jacob Gray, Cole Foster, Reese Roberts, and Ian Brueggemann. Starting off for the Lions, it's going to be the same trio of Avery Jenks, Chase Goff, Brady Jenks on the back end, Riley Graham, Ben Hemflin, Zach Schramm in net. The Floridian Fortress, as I meant to say, not the wall, the Fortress, Zach Chilada. Zach, your grandma's watching. Shout out to you. Phil Waters going to also be in there with Dylan Hampel as the midfielders, as well as Jared Brock. And the face-off man will be Chris Pannenbacker.
From Prosper, Texas, number 6, Jared Brock.
Head coach Tim Dutton and Ryan McKay spoke to them earlier this week. They feel confident about this. You know, there hasn't been a lot of playing time recently with all these games getting delayed and canceled, unfortunately. They feel good about the practice. They actually had a little burgers and dogs scrimmage, so they've kept fresh. They know the history behind this matchup this season, as well as the history that these two programs have had, where they're typically good games, but as recently Piedmont has dominated, so they feel good about their chances today.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the Lions have had a little bit of time off, 3 games in the entire month of April, this being the 4th, and that really there was a 28-day gap where you only had 2 games because you started off, you played the 2nd, you got that win against LaGrange 18-6, and then your last game was actually over 10 days ago. It was 11 days ago on that 18th.
Yep. All right, so it's going to be Gladden and Pannenbacker. Pannenbacker dominated the first 2 meetings between him and Gladden. Gladden, the long pole, who kind of figured it out later in their second matchup. We'll see if he can do that again today. But here we go with this USA South semifinal contest. And as we said earlier, probably Pannenbacker going to win that first 50 goals on the other side. They're quite a wagon as well.
That could be a matchup.
That could be a very good matchup. But the one at hand right now, Phil Waters has the ball up at the top. Over to Jared Brock and back to Waters. He's going to dance side to side and go back down to Brock and all the way down to Brady Jenks, who's going to go down to Hampel, up to Waters. Waters up top to Avery.
Yeah, interesting here. Avery Jenks as well is above the goal again. We saw this in their last contest. They might have been changing some things around.
So and changing things around. Yeah, that first shot, a nice save there by Stephen Dan. The netminder going to be busy today. They've had 62 and 71 shots on him, so he's going to have to be sharp, but Huntingdon is to stay in this game. Brady Jenks behind the cage, as Nick was saying, definitely switching up between. They're bringing Avery out top this time. The ball's going to Hampel. He's checked by Mike Jones. A nice check there by Jones, and they will get the ball away to centers. That's going to be 17. Cole Foster coming across midfield. We did not mention earlier, but Jones actually one of the award winners. Also Foster, a shot and a save there by Chilada. Both goalies getting a save there early. The big man from Boca saving it with the right crowd that time. And he gets up to Brock, hits him in the leathers, but unable to corral the pass, and that's going to be picked up by Jacob Gray. And he gets it up to Ian Brueggemann. Brueggemann, the leading goal scorer for the Hawks, will settle it down and give it off to Ryan Campion, the other sophomore. Campion and Box usually are working up top as Brueggemann, the sophomore, work down below the cage. Ball's out now to the midfield. That's going to be 23, Braden Puckett. Goes back over to Campion. Campion has a step on Bone, but a nice job cutting down the angle. Forced to go behind to Brueggemann and swing it all the way out front. And Box just a little hot to handle, and that ball's going to be picked up by Jonathan Bone. Bone lugging the mail up midfield. He has drawn a slide. He gets it over to Hampel. Hampel down to Avery, unable to handle the pass. And Jones once again on the pressure. Mike Jones getting a little help there from Reese Roberts. The 2 long stick defenders are able to come away with the ball as Jones is pressured by 3 Lions. And the Litany Lions let the ball loose. And that could be a push on Jones, but not called.
Yeah, Jones there on that break was chased by 4 Lions.
Oh, yeah.
And the long stick as well, so it's hard to keep that ball tucked in tight. Easy for the Lions to get away with. But the Huntingdon Hawks able to steal this one away and just reset on offense again. A fresh 70 on that shot clock now.
And not as quite sharp possessions there, Nick. I'd like to see probably Avery just go back down low. That looked a little disgruntled. Not great looks at the cage there. So I'd like to see a little something different from them there. And that's going to be Tyler Kaiser, who also can take some face-offs for this squad. Over to Brugman. Brugman thinks about shooting, but a nice job by Ben Hamflin, getting his stick in on the hands, and the big junior is going to outlet to Jared Brock, who is able to get by. The Lions have a 4-on-3. Brock looking Hampel. He goes that way. Hampel fires, and just over the cage of Stephen Dan.
There it is. Good fast break opportunity there for the Lions. Brock will come out. Rogers will come back in to join this attack now.
Yep. It's going to be Rogers. That's Jacob Walker on now, and it looks like they're going to get Fraley. So the second line here, but I say second. I'll call it the 1B line. Very, very good second line. Billy French sometimes can be worked in here alongside of Rogers and Fraley. But it's going to be Fraley going on the dodge. He has a little step and then just sails it a little high. A little bit of a sloppy start here for the Lions.
It's happened a couple times. The Lions have started a little slow.
Yeah, looking to get some longer possessions, some longer touches, too. This is just not what they wanted to do starting off, and we'll see how they can adjust. They're a good enough squad and just are superior to the Hawks, and they can make this ground up. It's not like a 0-0 early start is going to kill them now. A nice check there. Oh, he's going to call he's going to call possession to Huntingdon. No, he did call it to Piedmont. Okay, stepped on. I thought it was a very good check that Hamflin had, and I thought he was going to call maybe a push on it or a trip, but he did end up stepping out of bounds. So Chulada will take the ball, and he'll get it up to Fraley.
Chulada almost at half field.
Oh, he scored a goal before. He'll take one all the way.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to call him athletic, as Mom and Dad say, athletic! You should see him try and go grab the food. That's athleticism. All right, it looks like Huntingdon will gain possession. That's Gladden take the ball off the dirt right there. And we will have a flag.
We have a flag thrown.
Yeah, it was really early in that possession. There might have been a substitution issue. We'll see what the call is. Yeah, there were too many men on the field, either too many on the defensive or offensive side. They had 3 on the offensive end, the Hawks offensive end, so it must have been one too many guys coming out of the box and into the defensive zone. It looks like Brueggemann will be the one that will sit for the Hawks, as the Lions, the last time, went 2 for 2 on the man-up opportunity compared to an 0 for 10 for the Hawks. That cannot happen if the Hawks want to stay in this game. If the Lions want to jumpstart something, here's the time. 2 for 2 last game. Let's see if they can go 1 for 1 to start this contest. Josh Fraley going to get some PP time right now, and so will Connor Rogers. He's going with the second line here with Phil Waters, and Waters going to give it off to Rogers. Rogers all over to Chase Goff. Goff down to Avery Jenks. Avery looking behind for Fraley. Guarded by Jones. Jones did a decent job on him last time. Gets out front to Fraley. A little too hot to handle. Going to be a push in the back there, as Roberts just barely got him with the shoulder. Not too much, but definitely is a call. And the Lions will retain possession. A fresh 80 on the shot clock. And the man-up is about to end as they get the ball back to Goff. Goff's going to shoot, and he scores! Goff throws a little bit of a change-up. Dan was expecting something hot, but goes low, stick side, and the Lions are off and running 1-0 for Chase Goff.
And 1 for 1, as you mentioned, on that man-up opportunity. Keys to the game right there. Man-up opportunity, you have to convert them. Now, back to the center circle. You got to get this possession with Pannenbacker. Key number 1 is Pannenbacker in this center circle.
Yep. 2 of the 3 keys right there. We won the first face-off. First man-up opportunity. They convert 1 for 1, clicking at 1,000% over the past 2 contests. And let's see if Chris can continue his domination over Gladden.
For Goff, that is his 9th goal of the season. Avery Jenks picked up another assist as well.
Yep, Avery going to chase his brother down for the all-time points lead. Trails him by about 60 or 70. He's got a couple years left, though, I imagine. He catches Brady, unless Brady throws like a 20 spot up here today, which I wouldn't hate. All right, the Lions maintain possession with another Pannenbacker win, and it's going to be Waters, Brock, and Goff going to be the trio of midfielders out there. Ball down below to Brady, on over to Hampel. Up top to Waters. Waters defended by Gladden, gets it over to Avery Jenks up top again, down to Dylan Hampel. Hampel to Avery Jenks. Jenks right in the middle to Waters, a low to high shot and a nice save by Dan. Oh, and he's out of the cage. He's going to get caught with his hand in the cookie jar as Brady Jenks comes around the cage and deposits the second Geno for the Lions. 2-0 after the little bit of a slow start. The Lions are starting to roar.
Goal scored by
I understand what Stephen Dan was doing there. Ground ball You want to have a goalie be aggressive, but, it's got to be 1,000%. Otherwise, you're leaving that cage open. And like I said, got caught just out of the cage too much, and Brady able to increase his all-time points lead over Avery. Didn't want to let him catch up there.
Yeah, he saw that assist, was like, I'll do you one better.
There you go. All right, Pannenbacher going to go 3 for 3 on the day. He's going to start to assert his dominance as the pass wasn't able to be handled by Flanagan. And that's going to be Huntingdon coming up with it. A nice job there by, I think that was Roberts. No, I'm sorry, that was 10, Paul Gordon, who ended up getting that ball. All right, it's going to be worked up to Caden Box. Huntingdon down 2-0 here early. Nothing they cannot come back from, but they cannot let the Lions do what they've done the past couple games. They've had one big quarter, and if this ends up being it, good night, Irene.
Good night, Irene. Absolutely. You got to keep it close, keep composure on both ends, and that starts here on this offensive end.
That's going to be Strickland giving it down low, and composure is not what they have there, as Strickland and Box unable to link up. And that's going to be the Sportsmanship Player of the Year, Riley Graham, taking the ball for the Lions. And he'll lug the pill up to Chilada, who's going to get it up to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, a nice little dipsy-do to fake out Paul Gordon there in the midfield, and he's going to take it into the box. Not required anymore. Used to be a rule where you had to get into the box within 20 seconds. Or 30, I can't remember. It's been a little bit of time now. But all you got to do is get into the attacking half now. It looks like it's going to be that line again of Rogers, Fraley, and Walker, as Rogers makes a nice dodge in the middle. He shoots and scores. Connor Rogers going right down Alabama Street and tells the Hawks, take that, double barrel, baby.
Right into the action, right into the box score. Connor Rogers getting a goal, running back off the field.
Hey, he did his time. His dad down below pretty happy with that, too. That was a beautiful job by Connor Rogers. The dodge beat the first man. Didn't want to wait for just the slide to come and dish. He decided to beat two, doing it all himself there. Very nice goal there by Connor Rogers. The Lions up 3, looking to add on here.
I apologize. We were having too much fun, got too excited. I forgot to update the scoreboard.
Oh, okay.
But now it's 3. Now it's correct, 3-0. As that save keeps it at 3.
And Pannenbacher with another win there. He actually beat Gladden cleanly that time. Gladden's only job as a long stick midi on a faceoff. Do not let the clean draws go through. At least try and win a ball back since you have the long pole. Unable to do it that time. Pannenbacher can really make this day long for the Hawks if he can continue to do that. This is going to be Campion trying to come down Main Street. He gives it to the side of the net. And that's unable to be handled by Gordon. He's chased by 2 lines, and that's going to be Hanflin and Schramm that converge and able to get the ball. And that's going to be Schramm getting it up front to Drew Bennett. And Bennett going to look for a line. Instead, he's going to take it himself, and Drew Bennett's going to come into the offensive half. 3-0 Lions early in this context. 6:33 left in the first. This USA Southwest Finals matchup for the right to go to the USA South Championship game. Going to bring on the line of Goff, Waters, and Jared Brock, as Waters is going to go quickly here. Drew Waters off to the side of the cage. He had Hampel backdoor. A nice stick by Jones. Pass out by Brady Jenks. That was thwarted a little bit by Jones. And Goff will take over.
Jones in the back, looking like the most solid defender, but he has it cut out for him today.
Actually, an award winner on the year. We did not mention that earlier. Mikey Jones is an award winner, as well as Tyler Kaiser. So a couple Huntingdon Hawks getting some notoriety for their season efforts as well. Waters coming down. He can rip. He shoots and scores! Phil Waters with a little spicy sriracha on that one. And the Lions put up 4 on the Hawks. Phil Waters, the hardest shot on the team, showed it there. If you're Steve and Dan, just close your eyes and pray at that point. If he's only about 20, 30 feet out, he's going to score most times on any goalie in the country with that kind of shot.
Yeah, that right there. His 12th goal of the season. He, as well, Philip Waters, was also on that All-USA Southwest Division team. So everyone getting involved here early is West Division first team.
And the first teamer you mentioned, there's Pannenbacher with his 5th draw already. And a nice job by cycling the ball back. Graham up to Fitzgerald. That was a beautiful outlet pass and just an outlet job coming together to get to the draw. The wingers coming in and then immediately dispersing to give the defenders an option and an outlet out of the zone. Very nice job there. Technically sound. The Lions are clicking on all the cylinders now, Nick.
You mentioned Rogers entering the field once more alongside his roommate French.
Billy French in the game for the first time. Typically the line we see is this one. Sometimes Fraley, sometimes French. And the ball's going to go up top to Billy French. Now he's going to take a bounce shot. Just a little too much, hit Mike Jones in the head, actually. Ball still on the ground, able to be picked up there by Rogers. He's going to give it up top to Billy French, who'll swing it on over to Jacob Walker. Walker going to come to left side. Swinging it back to Avery Jenks. Rogers was open on the side, but unable to get it to him. Now French going to look to shoot, and he goes just wide of the stick side of Dan. He swung it a little bit quicker there. Rogers was alone. Huntingdon had rotated a little one too many and had left that left side short stick midi off of Rogers. We'll see if they can maybe get that again. Well, this is going to be Avery Jenks shooting one right into the midsection of Jacob Gray. He ate that one, but you know what? You take a hit to make a play. There you go, Jacob Gray. Did not mean to rhyme that.
No, you did. You did. Professional broadcast.
All right, we'll say that's what it is. And Mike Jones doing a good job to come out of the zone as he was pressured by Hampel and Jenks. There's going to be timeout taken by Huntingdon as they got the ball in the offensive zone, so they will retain possession. 65 on the shot clock for them, 4:09 left to go in the first. We'll go to a break here with the Lions leading 4-0.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back here with some first half action. Forward's going to change up a little bit on the offensive. The attacking unit's going to be Ian Parr and Brady McGuire. The freshman's going to be flanking Avery Jenks in the offensive zone. But right now, the Hawks do control.
Ian Parr sporting him a little Supreme leg sleeve.
Supreme. Good salad, too, on him. Supreme salad, Supreme leg sleeve. All right, and that's going to be Campion going off to the left, defended nicely by Fitzgerald there. Very important for Huntingdon to claw away at this lead a little bit. If they don't, this could be that one quarter we were talking about where the Lions just take over and you're not going to come back after a big half. And a nice job by Ben Hanflin just making mincemeat there out of Paul Gordon coming around the cage.
How fast he reloads to check again.
Oh, I know. He's a big man, but he's very, very athletic, very quick. Oh, and a nice job there by Bone. All checks from the side. And Brueggemann's looking for a call, and there's going to be none of that. I'm sorry, that was Kaiser looking for a call. That check goes all from the side. Very clean by Hanflin. Technically sound, kept his hands out, did not extend. Well done.
Hard to do as well. Incredibly hard. This pass a little errant.
And just unable to save it was Jenks and Parr. Very close, but just a little errant pass there by Jonathan Bone. And now Kaiser going to take the ball in from the end line here, looking to get a little possession for the Hawks, maybe try and get back in the game. He's pressured a little bit by Parr, but he'll get it all the way across to Campion. An interesting thing that they don't use their defenders down below to get the ball up. They just basically take it right to the midfielders and just tell them, all right, one pass, let's get on up there. All right, and now the ball is going to be worked up to Kaiser. Kaiser on over to Campion. And Kaiser is going to interchange there now with Braden Puckett coming in, but Campion going down to the right, and he's going to have to roll back as Fitzgerald had the angle on him.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a little faster or a little more deceptive with that.
Yep.
Fitzgerald saw him the whole way.
Pocket taking the ball down below, pressured by Bone. No dangerous chances so far with 35 left to go on the shot clock. Ball up top. There's a shot by Brugan and a save by Chilada. Chilada's second such save of the game. Ball's coming out, and that's going to be Gordon shooting one wide. Pressured there by Schramm, and the chase is on, and can Flanagan get to the ball? It stopped right before the end line. Oh, he just shakes it a little bit, and that ball's going to come up top. Flanagan trying to get back into the play as Moulton's going to take it over on the side. Huntington unable to take advantage of him being out.
It's about 8 on the shot clock, so the Hawks have to get something going here.
Yep, they got 4 seconds. 3, 2, and an excellent defensive possession. Good point out there by you, Nick, as nothing going for the Hawks. The Lions stand tall, roar pride. Here we go on the offense, looking for number 5.
Yeah, about a minute and a half left in this quarter as well, so the Lions will pretty much have the last possession if they choose to.
And kind of interesting, I think the Lions saw what the Hawks did last time, took their midfielders right away and just got the ball to Fitzgerald fast. He was able to just walk right down Main Street, brought the ball into the offensive zone, and now the Lions looking to add on that 5th before the end. And this is Parr coming down. He shoots, and Big Ben strikes one as he hits right iron. 1:08 left to go. It's going to reset the shot clock, so the shot clock is useless now for this quarter, as the 1-minute clock will be the only time to tell, as Waters will bring it down to Brady McGuire. McGuire, the freshman from Maryland, bringing it over to Parr. Parr fake, trying to go inside of Jones' spin. A nice defense there by Jones. Jenks up top again is now going to swing down into the middle of this circle. He's going to play a little bit of the bumper as he gets the ball right in the middle. Instead of bumps it out, defends the ball against 3 Hawks and is able to just pull it back. 30 seconds left to go as Jared Brock will take it from up top. Brock going to go down left. He's going to roll back to Avery Jenks. Jenks off the Waters. He can shoot it from there. Waters looking to get a little daylight. He's going to go off the Park. Just can't handle the pass as Jones is going to pick it up. 17 left to go on the shot clock. It'll go back to Dan. Stephen Dan on over to Jones. Doesn't look like they are in any hurry to try and get this ball down the field. Looks like they'll just kill the last 7 seconds of the first quarter. And that is exactly how we will end the first quarter of this West Division Finals. The semifinal matchup goes to the Lions for the first quarter as they will lead the Huntington Hawks 4-0. And we will be back here with second half action on the Main Event Broadcasting Network. All right, welcome back to the Main Event Broadcasting Network. Mario, I just mispronounced my own name. Mario D'Alessandro alongside of Nick Pope. Bringing you some action from the WAC, the Walker Athletic Complex.
The WAC, back at the WAC.
Back at the WAC, baby!
Pannenbacker back in his circle. 5 for 5 on the day, looking to make it 6 for 6.
Oh, and he's going to get called on a push there. But Huntington retains possession anyway, so no harm, no foul there. Would have been a foul, though, if it was called. So first win of the day, that's going to be Tyler Kaiser. They switched it up, went away from Gladden. It worked that time. Another Kaiser sometimes has a short stick, went with a long pole that time, and was able to win the draw off a Pannenbacker. So 5-1 on the day for Chris. That's still a pretty good percentage in lacrosse.
Yeah, and Kaiser there, the USA South did make West Division first team. We said primarily from that center circle spot, just not against Pannenbacker.
Yeah. All right, so the ball is going to be in the offensive zone. Huntington's going to need to have a little more dangerous possession than they did last time. Really nothing brewing and shots away from the outside. This is going to be Campion, and a nice defense there by Drew Bennett. Very quick recovery speed there from Bennett, as Campion had a little bit of a step, but Bennett was able to cut him off with the angle and his speed. Now Ben Hamfling going to force Brueggemann out behind the net, and he pass it a little bit behind Gordon, and Schramm is going to chase the ball, and Zach Schramm putting Gordon on his wallet. They're going to call a push as the ball was maybe not in the vicinity, but Zach Schramm doing his best Ben Hamflin impersonation over there.
He said hit the weight room without.
Yeah, he does legs, baby. Oh, we're having fun. All right, that's going to be Campion going on Bennett again, unable to get by him again. Drew Bennett doing a good job on Campion thus far in this possession and this game so far. Now the ball is going to get worked up top to Foster. Cole Foster, one of the seniors on this Huntington squad. Not many of them, just him is the only one that was in the starting lineup along with Mike Jones. Now the ball's up to Puckett. Puckett a little quicker to get just by Bennett, but Bennett once again some good make-up speed as he played him physical that time as well. 40 left to go on the shot clock. As Puckett will take the short stick, Bennett behind the cage at X. Puckett's going to try and come out from behind the cage, and I think Bennett got a little bit on the hands there, forced that errant pass, and the ball will come up to the top, and that is going to be an over and back as Reese Roberts kicked it over from the attacking half. So the Lions will take over possession, and it'll be Chase Goff fresh out of the box there. It'll be Goff, Brock, and it looks like Phil Waters, the midfielders, and they're going to go with the freshman flanking Avery Jones once again and bringing Avery out of the top again there, Nick.
That's really weird.
I haven't seen it all season. It's a little wrinkle that, if Pfeiffer's watching this, they got to be wondering, well, I guess Avery could play anywhere now.
It's having that much talent. He really can.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Avery, you say talent, a beautiful pass down to Brady McGuire, but Bing Ben struck two as he hit the crossbar behind Dan. It's a mosh pit there behind the net as Chase Goff able to win the ball, but not before he goes out of bounds. And no, I'm sorry, I thought they called a procedure maybe on the Lions, but instead it will be the Lions that retain the possession here. A fresh shot clock and possession for Piedmont. Waters going up top to Jenks. Jenks going to have a shot, little low to high. That goes well over the top of the cage.
So far, Dan in goal does have 4 saves with 4 goals allowed, so .500 save percentage. Not too bad. Like we mentioned in previous broadcasts, you want to be around that 600 mark. He's not far from it.
Yep. He was a .555 save percentage in the first 2 games that these teams played, so we'll see if he can improve on that. And that shot's going to go wide, so no save there, Badan, but is a shot recorded. 52 on the shot clock. Not a very impressive offensive possession here for the Lions. A lot of outside work and just some passing around the circle. No great dodges to speak of yet, but we have Ian Parr coming to the side, and that ball is going to go right over to Mike Jones. I think that might have been a shot, but kind of came off as a pass. Not too much zip on that.
I didn't even know where it was.
Yeah. And Jones is going to go all the way across the field, and that's going to get up dangerously there to Kaiser, but a nice job to corral it and give it down to Braden Puckett. And Puckett going over to Kaiser up at the top. I told you Kaiser was using that long stick to win the draw off a Pannenbacker. Goes back to his native short stick, as he is an offensive midfielder. Looks like the midfielders are going to be Paul Gordon and Puckett to join Kaiser there, as the previously mentioned Puckett going to take a shot there to the right of Chilada. Chilada came out to cut the angle down and has something to say for Puckett, as that ball sailed about 15 feet over the cage.
It's got to be perfectly put in that corner.
Especially with him coming out and cutting down the angle. Chilada, a sizable man in the net, and whenever he cuts on an angle, he looks even bigger there. And that's something that the good goalies will do. They'll come out and cut down angles. That's in any sport, hockey or lacrosse, men's or women's, when you cut down the angle, there's just less to shoot from. Even though you're not bigger, you act that way, and Chilada very good at doing that. It's a reason he's a defensive player of the year. Ball's going to come up top to Gordon. Gordon with 17 left to go on the shot clock. Now off to Brueggemann, and that is not going to get it done. Zach Chilada will see that like a beach ball trying to get fit through a little key in the door hole. Nothing going to get through there as Chilada outlets to Brock, and Brock's going to come down. He's going to give it to Hampel. Hampel shoots, and a save by Stephen Dan. Dan's going to come all the way up top there, and that's going to go to Foster. Foster trying a little bit of fast break, but they will settle it down now as he looks the way of Strickland.
Yeah, back and forth we go. The Lions haven't had much productive offense. Plenty of offense in the goal category, but not looking great in creating opportunities.
Yeah, they've had the man up, and then they had the 2 goals from the Rogers and Fraley line. Other than that, wait, did that ball go in? There's no way. Oh, my gosh, no way. The ball apparently went in. I did not see that at all. Chilada is irate. I wish we could do a replay. He shot the ball from behind the net. Unless he banks it off his back, there's no way that ball could go in. And we're a little delayed on the broadcast, so I tried to get over and look, but didn't catch it in time. I don't think it's physically possible to score from back there. I know you can do that in hockey, but Chilada very incensed with the goal call there. But you know what? The referee was right on top, so we will give that ball in the net. I guess we'll give the goal to Huntingdon, and that's very important as they cut the lead and stop the bleeding there. The lead is now 3, and we're going to have a procedure call as Pannenbacker, a little false start. So that's 2 draws that far in this quarter that Pannenbacker has lost. And if Huntingdon can score here, that'll pucker the Lions up just a little bit. I was saying before that goal, it's been the Rogers and Fraley line that has been the one that has been the driving force in the game. Avery Jenks coming out top has not been so successful, so whatever they're trying to do, it doesn't seem to be working. Whenever they bring the Rogers line and they're working up top, Avery down low, that's where they've had their success so far in the game. We'll see if they go back to it.
Yeah, they even brought Brady Jenks back in as well. As there's another shot. This one goes over, might go out.
When it looks like Box is a little worse for wear there after colliding with, I believe that's Grexa.
Yeah, also check that replay there. Not sure. Checked it on my phone as we don't have the replay system set up. Checked it. Not sure if it went in or not. The angle wasn't great from here. For anyone wondering, we are behind the camera for this broadcast booth, so we don't have the best angle either. Either way, the goal will stand, but it was a close one, and Chilada, obviously, he was looking for that clean sheet as well. That's what we challenged him to. If that's the only one that gets let in,
yeah,
we might let it slide.
Vic, what'd you see there, our cameraman Vic?
I didn't see a goal.
He didn't see a goal either. We got 0 goals up here. Mr. Rogers down below says no goal. He wants a replay. Oh, well. We play on. All right, that's going to be Bone defending nicely on Kaiser there. It's the Hawks with 35 left to go on the shot clock. Going to work it all the way down to Gordon below the cage. Gordon going to interchange there with Kaiser and does give it to him. 23 left to go on the shot clock. 8:18 in the second here. As Brueggemann going to take a shot, and that sails high by a country mile. Influenced a little bit by the big man, Big Ben Hanflin.
I think he even had some words to say after it as
There's
well.
been a little chirping out here for sure. And Zach Schramm on Paul Gordon going to get called. I think the stick came up just a little bit. Yeah, he is going to get called for a cross-check. He was good when he was riding the shoulder of Gordon, but that kind of slipped up right to the jaw line and back of the head of Paul Gordon. They're going to call it every time. Don't fault Schramm too much for it, but just got to be a little smarter. Keep your hands down.
Yeah, and the keys to the success. We said it for the Lions in the beginning, and we said the center circle starts with the face-offs. The Hawks have had 2 dominating face-offs these last 2 times, and now they're going to have themselves a man-up opportunity as well. So the Hawks kind of taking the keys to the game plan, turning it in their favor, and they've gotten a goal.
Yep, it's only 4-1. This is not a decisive victory by any means right now for the Lions. So we'll see what Huntingdon can do. They were 0 for 10 in the last matchup. They have to do something more creative than last game because it was just a putrid man-up opportunity where they just slung it around the outside, kind of like they're doing right now. There's no danger to this. Nobody's moving.
No dangerous cuts inside. We get our first couple of cuts there. Neither one really looking for the ball.
But it did not open up any real estate, and they throw it high. I tell you what, if I'm the Lions, you'll take all the man-down opportunities you want because that power play ain't going to get it done. There's no creativity there.
No sense of urgency either. Just
No. You get 30 seconds, but they took
And
about
you can
28 of it to just pass.
Yeah, and you can just rifle shots over and over. This is
Now it is important, whenever you're swinging the ball around and you switch and you reverse, typically you're trying to get one guy that just slides out of place, create a little separation somewhere, but you eventually have to get a dodge or at least somebody that opens some real estate, at a dangerous part of the circle there. And there was none of that.
the Lions able to get that clear attempt. It was a little messy, but they did get it across, and it's with Jinx now.
Yeah, it was Vaughn that was able to scoop the ball up off the turf there, and looks like they're going to go back to the Waters, Rogers, and Jacob Walker line, and this is the one that has been successful. I'm sorry, that's Fraley on the right side. They brought Avery back down low, and, well, they tried to pass it to him, and Avery asleep at the wheel there a little bit as the ball goes by him. Does not afford a chase, and it's down there by himself was Dylan Hampel, but a nice job to come out with the ball. 1-on-2, Dylan Hampel.
Hampel even went down hard and just got right back up.
And there we go, Avery Jenks. Dylan Hampel's not going to get an assist on that, but he darn well should. The assist will go to Connor Rogers. Avery Jenks coming out to the top where we said hasn't been as successful so far. He makes us eat our words. The Lions reclaim that 4-goal cushion. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Rogers, not Jenks in the middle. That's my fault.
No, the goal went to Jinx.
Oh,
yes.
it was Jenks?
The
Okay.
assist was from Rogers.
Oh, okay, so I heard it from the PA man
Yep,
incorrectly.
yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
All right, as Nick was saying, very important to try. Oh, and another false start there. Procedure for Panenbacker. One more, and he actually, I think that's a man down. I believe 3, and you're called. I'm not 100%. It's either 3 or 5, but so far 2 in the last 3 draws for Panenbacker. So cooling off a little bit in this second, and that's a big key for Huntingdon. They're down 4, are still basically they're sniffing around. They're not out of this game by any means, hanging around, and the faceoff's going to be key as this game gets later and later into the night.
Panenbacker right now are only winning 62% of them, 5 of 8. Averaged 80% of wins in that face-off position in the regular season, getting that first team.
And that's Mack Flanagan on Brugman, giving him a rough ride. Oh, and almost intercepted there by Fitzgerald. And that ball is going to be knocked loose. And Fitzgerald, a nice job to get the ground ball, but he's pressured hard by Puckett. And Puckett kicks the ball loose, and now it's going to be Fitzgerald. No, Bennett with the ball. Coming back to Fitzgerald, and now he will scoop it up off the turf, and a nice job to swing away from a man. He looks to outlet, and he will to the long stick midfielder and Mack Flanagan. Flanagan down to Bennett. He shoots and just bounces it over Dan, but a nice chase there by Avery Jenks to be alert.
And now the Lions will get their, I guess, more offensive firepower out.
Yep,
They just turned that fast break opportunity into a shot. It went over Avery Jenks' closest. Now we're going to get our usual attackman in with Walker coming in now with the ball.
Yep, I love this line so far. Walker down to Fraley. Fraley, a bounce shot, and saved there by Dan on the stick side. The ball is still on the ground. Nobody able to handle the mail at this point.
Rogers, Fraley.
Boy, it's like a hot potato, and
Yeah,
now it's
jeez.
finally corralled by Jacob Walker.
Just read through the roster. Everyone was right there.
Didn't think I was going to call anybody picking it up. All right, it's the Walker, Fraley, and Rogers line. Rogers with 1 goal already in this contest and an assist, so it's a little high there for Avery Jenks. And Huntingdon will take over. A little bit sloppy from the Lions here in the second. It's 1-1 in the second quarter after they win that first quarter 4-0. Thought they were going to maybe run away with it. Oh, a little sleep at the wheel there was Mike Jones as Brady Jenks checks him, and that's going to be Vaughn taking the ball. He's going to give it down to Brady Jenks, and Avery Jenks, a shot and a save by Stephen Dan. Hit him right in the crest of the 4. And that'll go back to Mike Jones as he's going to get it up to Brugman. Brugman has a little bit of real estate there as he's going to run into Vaughn. Brugman coming down Main Street. He shoots, and Chalot out to make a nice challenge as the ball's on the ground. Checked hard by Zach Stram. The ball's up. Nobody knows where it is. But they're going to call a crease violation, and it will go to the white team and the Lions.
I was thinking there was a violation on that shot as the Hawk just fell into the center circle.
And that is what they did call. And the ball's all the way down here so quick. Jonathan Bone shoots and scores. Just like that, we go end to end in a matter of seconds. And the Lions score their 6th of the game and go up by 5. Jonathan Bone, his second tally of the year. As they do a little dirty dancing routine, him and Chilada. That was pretty cute there.
Pretty cute there. Two
Assist
grown
gonna
men.
go to
Two grown men. Pretty cute there.
Assist on that one going to go to Brady Jenks. Brady only his third assist of the year, but like you said, Avery scores a point. He wants to get it right back.
And they're even. They're even at 1 goal, 1 assist apiece.
There you go.
Are the Jink brothers. Trying to make this not the
I'll tell you what, that face-off there, that's Tyler Kaiser with the long stick. He has found something out against Pannenbacker. Look out. I know the Lions are up big here, but look out as this game goes on. If Huntington will win more possessions and get more touches, Nick, the more touches you got, the more confident feel you can wear out the other team. Who knows?
Yeah, time of possession has definitely favored the Hawks in this quarter, without a doubt.
Yeah, and I know the Lions have scored quick on fast break opportunities, but yeah, I mean, with a team like this who you've dominated all year, you'd like to have a little more possession, really keep asserting your dominance. I know it says 6-1 on the scoreboard, but we want to ring it up a little bit more here if you're a Lions fan. Oh, and that ball's going to be in tight. A nice job by Chilada to come out, and he's got a little something to say there to Caden Box, the Boca Raton senior, claiming his territory in that crease. The ball quickly up to Avery Jenks, who's going to take it down below into his office behind the cage, as his brother was keeping the seat warm for him there.
And I like this. I want Avery to stay, honestly.
Oh, and there's Hampel bringing it out and unable to connect with Avery Jenks. We've seen that a couple times. Avery just not sharp. I know the first couple matchups it was, the Sun. That one was tipped a little bit, but we'll see how this goes. Hampel going to wheel and fire, and Dan with a save. Hampel, another shot. He gets a bounce shot. He goes top cheese. Dylan Hampel with a bounce shot and perfectly placed top right corner. Mama hides the cookies up there, and Hampel went and got him. Dylan Hampel, 7-1 Lions.
Hampel has been everywhere on that far side. Falling down, gets up instantly, recovered that after 2 shots back-to-back, and then put that one in the net.
I think him and Rogers have been the best offensive players so far. They have both done well off the dodge and have second chance opportunities at balls that have been on the ground. They have not quit. The one there was down in the corner with Hampel, Rogers the one over here, and there we have a face-off for Chris Pannenbacker. Pannenbacker wants it himself, and Chris Pannenbacker scores! The face-off man rewarded for his efforts, and the Lions are coming in hot! Woo! I told you it was time to go hunt Hawks, and then they took out the double barrel, the 12 gauge, the 24. You tell me what it is the Lions are firing off. They're taking a Hawks down out the sky.
And the irony in that is Chris Pannenbacker, I was joking around with him the other day, and he said, I win the ball, get off the field. And I was like, nah, you can score. He's like, you haven't seen me shoot. And then he comes out here and does this in the West Division Championship.
I'll tell you what, and that's going to force a timeout from Huntington. Piedmont bench going wild. Huntington bench had some life when they closed within 3 goals there. Now very somber, and you can definitely see the momentum shift. Piedmont's such a quick strike team, Nick. That's how they can really kill you.
Yeah, like we said, you got to dominate all 4 quarters against them. The Hawks kind of gave away that first quarter, and then it looks like they had recovered, but back to back now.
Yep. Yeah, 4-0 in the first quarter. It went back to what was a 1-1 in the second quarter, and pretty much halfway through is when that was. All of a sudden, they rattle off 3 straight, and it's turning into a blowout already.
Turning into that blowout.
All right, we'll come back after the timeout. It's 8-1. Your Piedmont Lions lead the Huntington Hawks in this semifinal matchup here on the Main Event Broadcasting Network. All right, Mario D'Alessandro alongside and Nick Pope here back at the whack. Love calling it that. As Pannenbacker will look to replicate what he just did in the circle. He's going to go against Kaiser this time with the long stick. And Kaiser unable to thwart him that time, and that's going to be Vaughn coming in to help Pannenbacker, who ends another draw. And Pannenbacker's going to play Fogo that time as Vaughn doesn't want to get off, doesn't want to send the mail off to anybody else, but now does to Brady Jenks, who's going to give it over to Chase Goff. And now on to Drew Bennett. We'd like to see this line heat up a little bit here. They've been quiet thus far today. It's really been that Rogers and Fraley line that has done well with either French or Waters. I'm sorry, not Waters, Walker. Now Waters going to take it up top. So he's going to interchange with Goff. He goes that way. Goff looking for one more over to Brock. Brock going to come down. He shoots. And just to the stick side of Stephen Dan. Brock, a very good dodger in his own right, starts the attacks, but typically is not the one that's shooting the ball. So I'd love to see him cash in too. Now the ball swung over to Hampel all the way up to Brock.
Hampel's goal there was his 9th of the season. Pannenbacker, it was his 1st of the season.
Ball down below now to Brady Jenks. And Brady Jenks going to get, looked like it was possibly tripped, or at least something of the matter, as he had his hands right below on the stick of Jenks, but no call was made. Now the ball's going to go Huntington's way.
It's almost like they pulled the chair out from under.
Really, they did. Yeah, they both just kind of like sat. Piedmont bench not too happy with the call. Could not tell what it was. I'll get better with the hand signals eventually, but either way, Huntington will take the ball up.
About a minute on the clock.
Oh, interference. Okay, interference was the call.
Yeah, we have about a minute 5 on the clock, probably a little less by now.
All right, Huntington looking to go into the half with maybe a little bit of something to talk about. They're going to need a goal here, down 8-1 late in the contest. That's going to be Foster below, as Jared Brock did a nice job on him. Puck it up top against Bone, and that's a nice save there by Chilada. Some weak sauce coming in, and that's going to be Riley Graham looking to take off. Graham does not have a goal this year. Will he take one? Oh, Riley Graham instead passes off. The bench wanted him to shoot. They tried to give it back to him. And now the ball's on the ground, and that's going to be Brady Jenks looking to get the ball. He's pressured by 2 lines, Jones being one of them, and that's also... Oh, that's going to be called a hold there as Gladden had got the ball. 19 seconds left to go on the clock, and it's going to be down to Avery Jenks. Jenks below the cage with 14 on the clock. Avery looking to create some magic, unable to get the ball out there. He gets called for a crease violation with 10 seconds left to go. And Huntington will probably just be looking to
heave this one up. Holy.
And that ball's going to be caught by Ben Hanflin. Let's see Hanflin have a shot. He throws on the ground. That ball's caught. He shoots. Oh, and Brady Jenks couldn't pull off the impossible. Ben Hanflin threw a zipper right down the middle, and the Huntington Hawks have stopped playing. And Brady Jenks picked it up, and I would have went absolutely insane if he had scored there.
The Lions are having fun out there, and we're having fun here.
We are. More fun to be had in the second here, Nick, as we will go in to the second half with your Piedmont Lions leading this semifinal matchup between the Huntington Hawks by a score of 8-1. We'll be back on the main event Broadcasting Network. All right, welcome back to the Walker Athletic Complex as your score is Piedmont over Huntingdon 8-1 heading into second half action. We had a litany of goals from the Lions, but we'll recap the one that was from the Huntingdon Hawks. It was Hayden Strickland with his first and only of the game. The Piedmont goals, Avery Jenks, Brady Jenks, Connor Rogers, Dylan Hampful, Chris Pannenbacker, his first of the year, Philip Waters, Chase Goff, and Jonathan Bone. Nobody has more than one goal, and nobody has more than one assist, with the assist coming to Avery Brady and Connor Rogers.
Yeah, one in piece. And the Lions absolutely dominated that first quarter. If you tuned in, you saw the Lions dominate the first quarter. That second quarter, it started off 1-1.
Yep.
Back and forth offense both ways. And then towards the end, the Lions ended up just gaining control entirely. The face-off man for the Huntingdon Hawks actually came in and won a couple face-offs, but towards the end, if you were watching at the very tail end there, Pannenbacker decided to win himself a face-off and just put it in the back of the net.
Oh, yeah.
So congrats to Chris Pannenbacker on his first goal of the season. And we're going to expect much of the same. He should start to get on a roll again with these face-offs in this center circle right here.
Yep. We were actually told a little tidbit that after Kaiser won his second face-off in a row against Pannenbacker, he came off and talked a little smack, and that was right before Pannenbacker goes down and then deposits into the goal. So, and as you can see, all that smack talk got him posted his keister on the bench, because it's not going to be him in the face-off circle. It's going to be Gladden, who started the game for the Hawks, and that's going to be the same way this game started, with Pannenbacker winning a clean draw against Gladden.
As you mentioned, that Gladden as well had that long stick, so he was pretty much losing it for most times, and then just joined the defense instantly.
Yep. All right, Avery Jenks behind the cage has a step on Jones, but a nice slide there by Roberts to make up for it. Brady Jenks now on the side of the cage, and that's a nice save by Stephen Dan. Shot clock will reset on that shot. Chase is on there for Patrick Gladden, who is able to tiptoe on the end line and then makes a nice outlet pass to Mike Jones. Very good job by Patrick Gladden.
Yeah, perfect amount of weight. Because if that was intercepted, his keeper was out of position as well.
All right, now Jones going to give it off to Cole Foster. The senior midfielder is going to settle it down while he waits for the cavalry to arrive. Ball's going to work all the way over to Brueggemann. Brueggemann looking to dance a little bit as the Lions were without a man there for a little bit. Huntington did not take advantage, though.
Tend to do that even when they have extra man opportunities. Don't show the urgency. That time, no real extra man opportunity, but the Lions kept kind of slacking.
All right, that's Campion going down the right-hand side, rolling back as Bennett was on the defensive side there. Nice job by Ben Hanflin intercepting the route there by Brueggemann as he tried to take a little cut to the inside, and that's going to force a little errant pass from Brueggemann down to Campion. And the first possession goes wayside for the Hawks as the Lions will take over. Chilada with a very nice outlet pass. I say that a lot. All the way up to Ben Hanflin. Hanflin going to come to the middle. He's going to try and find Jonathan Bone, but a nice stick there by Gavin McNeil as he's able to win the ball, but now the ball is on the ground, and the very sure-handed Mike Jones is able to pick the ball up and give it over to Stephen Dan. Dan over to Roberts, who's going to be chased on his 6 by 5, Brady Jenks, but is able to thread the needle there and go in between him and Hampel. So it'll be Braden Puckett with the ball now. As he'll take the ball up top, and he's going to give it on over to Campion.
Instead, decides to keep it as well. Just keeps it up at this center circle. The Lions pressed far out into this midfield area.
Yep, and that's a sign of a good defensive team. If they're going to push you that far out, it's going to be harder to dodge, but Puckett doing a good job as Chilada went to a knee and Puckett went up high. He actually had him beat, but a nice stick and a very nice chase by Riley Graham, who's going to win the possession for the Lions. Little things like that, Nick, are going to definitely pay dividends here in this game and further off into the finals if they can make it there. That ball is going to be brought up now to Drew Bennett, as Bennett will bring it all the way over to Brady Jenks down to his brother Avery.
who's behind the net. That's what I was about to say. Behind the net now. I like him here so much more.
He has great creativity, and he has a lot of good crease awareness, so he can get really dangerously close to it, but never really seems to step in, and really has quite a shifty nature behind there, so really creates a lot of slides and double teams where they can really create offense, but he's out top now, and he's going to get that ball there, but actually that's a nice job by number 21, Shane Steffi, as he was able to get in front of that pass, but a nice job by Waters to get the ball back. Down to Brock with 30 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Back to Waters and on over to Chase Goff. Goff is going to go on Steffi. He draws the slide, and a nice slide it was there by Jacob Gray. Now we have Goff, Brock, and Jenks up top. Brock can interchange with Goff, who goes all the way over to Waters. Waters has a little daylight. He's going to look to fire, but instead goes down to Brady Jenks. Jenks dodges a little bit, tries to find Brock. Brock going to go left-handed. He shoots and scores! Jared Brock getting the second half started right for the Lions as they put up their 9th of the contest, first of the second quarter, and they lead the Hawks by 8.
Absolutely, and that's the best offense we've seen from the Lions. The most movement on the offensive end we have seen, and we put up 9 goals, but that was the best all around. Everyone getting a touch, everyone passing it all the way around, multiple rotations, and then the shot finally came through with that penetrating pass.
And something you can see that is different from the Huntington attack versus Piedmont's, one, like Nick was pointing, how far out Piedmont pressures, because they have the superior athleticism and they can do that. As Pennebacker is looking to win another draw, and if they can get the ground ball, he will be, and that's going to be picked up by Flanagan, so he will win a ground ball, or win another face-off. And I will hold a little bit as Flanagan looks like he might be running a little bit. Ball's going to go over to Fitzgerald, but now they will settle a little bit. And keep in mind, folks, look how close in Piedmont is starting their attacks as the Huntington defense is really clamped down tight as opposed to when Piedmont is on defense. I want you guys to watch and just see how much more spread out it is as Avery Jenks able to dipsy do to the front. And the little whirling dervish deposits over the stick side of Dan. A beautiful goal by Avery Jenks, and it's just another day at the office for that kid. Piedmont goes up and puts 10 on the board to Huntington. Beautiful move by Avery. Beat his first man, who was Mike Jones, and then was able to spin side of Roberts. And I'll tell you what, there's not much defense for that kind of offense. Avery Jenks able to create so much, and Nick, we've been talking about it, in his office behind the net.
Yeah, it's the difference in his play style. I don't see his play style as a brute force running through challenges all the time. It's that cheeky play behind the net, the deception, the fake passes, the fake shots. You never know what you're going to do, and who knows if he knows what he's doing sometimes. But he puts it in the net.
It's like the greatest athletes that can't actually tell you how to play. They just know how.
Yeah,
like he couldn't explain. Yeah, it's like you say, he couldn't explain actually how to do that. All right, it's going to be the second line on here, which has been the more productive line today with Fraley. That brute force coming down and was able to give it to Rogers. Just missed past the flipper there of Steve and Dan. Dylan Hampel chasing on the play, has to go back because he restarted too quickly. 10-1 here, the Lions lead with exactly 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Mario D'Alessandro alongside of Nick Pope bringing you action from the Walker Athletic Complex.
And the
Demers,
great cameraman, Victor Kanye.
Hey, Vic's been an all-star today. If you guys go back and look on Twitter, that Chris Pennebacker goal, beautiful camera work by Vic. Definitely second star of the day behind me because I'm the number one star. I'm an all-star.
Every time, all the time. No matter where.
There you go. At least my mom will say that. All right, that's going to be Walker going to dance around a little bit, and a nice job of recovering there. And the ball's going to come up top to Rogers, and a nice job of recovering there as Waters looked to have a clear lane, but it was Hayden Strickland, that nice job by the defensive midfielder to really shift the body weight around of Rogers and cause that ball to go high. 12 left to go on the shot clock. It's going to be Brady Jenks going to go low, and a nice save there by Stephen Dan.
He tried to put him in the spin cycle as well.
And Jones going to go all the way across here to Gray. Gray, the sophomore long pole, is going to give it up top to Gordon. I'm sorry, that's Brady Moulton. And Moulton dangerously towards the end line is going to smartly roll back towards the middle and give it off to Campion. Campion coming up top. And as we were saying, kind of watch here as, you know, the lines operate definitely within the box all the time. You see Huntington kind of really spread out further than that, and that's just a testament to Piedmont just having those superior athletes to Huntingdon. And that's not always the case. Huntingdon in a little bit of a rebuild right now. They will recover. This is a good lacrosse program, just having a couple down years while they retool after that 2018 championship season for them.
And Down's only compared to, I mean, they are the 2 seed. They made it into this championship. And they've competed so far. They haven't looked out of it.
No, I mean, it's 10-1. I really don't think it's looked 10-1. It's been a couple short spurts where the lines have piled 3 and 4 very quickly. So, yeah, you're right, Nick. Absolutely. There's going to be 13 on the shot clock as the ball is going to come up top to box. Box a shot, and Chilada is going to make the save there as he quickly gets it up to Fitzgerald, who's going to run right into Brueggemann and then bounce off. Nice shot by Brueggemann to stand him up, but unable to stop the Piedmont attack as it's going to come to the middle for Flanagan. Flanagan, oh, and a nice check there on Flanagan by Hayden Strickland, again using his body in the defensive end. Oh, and that's going to definitely be a penalty. A little shot to the face there. That was Shane Steffi taking his frustration out on one of the Lions, and he's going to get called for that. He's going to sit for a minute at least.
Yeah, that was safe. That was out of angle. Not sure if you saw it or not on the camera, but that was a high check up to the face of Brady Jinks there. Jinks does well not to retaliate. We've talked about that before as well. The retaliation gets it more, gets a worse punishment than the actual foul itself. Yep. Brady Jinks stands up, looks, probably had a few choice words for the challenge, but able to stay on the field, didn't retaliate too hard, and then we will have that penalty against the Hawks.
Yep. We got the earmuffs on our headset, so we can't hear as easily, but we've been told there's chirping definitely going on in this game. Huntingdon and Piedmont do not like each other in lacrosse. This is basically the rivalry on the west side, the 2 best teams. It's going to be that way for a while now, too, with Piedmont definitely bringing in an even stronger freshman class than they've brought since this senior class that's graduating now. So they're going to be strong for the next at least 4 or 5 years, if not more, especially with Tim Dutton at the helm, the great coach, his knowledge coming down from the north as that Massachusetts-style lacrosse finds its way to Demarest. And whoo! Waters taking another rip at the cage from the right-hand side. Very dangerous look there on the man-up opportunity. Oh, ball right down in front of the net, and that was Avery finding his brother Brady, but a nice job of Dan to come out and cut down the angle, and that's going to be Campion trying to get it out of the defensive zone, and that's probably going to be a trip, and that will be on Avery Jenks as the Lions touch up, and that will even it up. A very nice job by Stephen Dan on that man-up opportunity to save a couple balls there. There was a couple good opportunities that was very well orchestrated by the Lions, just couldn't find pay dirt there, and then Campion doing a good job to try and get around, and Avery just, catching a little bit of the backside, tripping him up a little bit, and he'll sit for 30 seconds.
Yes, well, the Hawks, the live stats taking a little bit. We do have 2 broadcasts coming on right now. So we have 2 people in the box over there, both on a 1-minute penalty for the Hawks and the Lions. The Hawks went in at 7:38, so they'll get out at that 6:38 mark. We are at the 7:12 mark, so about 30 seconds left in this one, but a full minute left for the Lions over there in that penalty box.
All right, so it was a 1-minute unreleasable on Avery Jenks. Like Nick's saying, we'll serve at a little extra time as opposed to when Huntingdon will come out. So we'll play a man down each side as Mack Flanagan is all over Tyler Kaiser, and Kaiser doesn't like it, shoves him back, does not get called for that retaliation. Mack Flanagan is in his head, real estate in that kid's cranium. Mack Flanagan was all over him there.
Rent-free.
Rent-free, absolutely. Wonderful job, and that was all clean by Flanagan, too. As Piedmont has a step, it's Jonathan Boone, takes another shot, and he's got 2, and tells him, shh, quiet, we got this. Right at Kaiser after Kaiser went, and we noted it earlier, Kaiser went at Pannenbacker goes out and scores. Kaiser goes at Flanagan. Flanagan gives the ball right over to Bone, and he scores. Tyler Kaiser, playing a tough game, but pal, your team's down 11. You probably need to just shush and play now. He's getting worked physically and then through the yapping game, too. And that's not something you want to do when you're an underdog. Yeah, you can yap and try and get them riled up, but all it's doing is really just making us play harder. So
they're going to credit that assist to Zach Chulada. The people over there in the table didn't announce his name. He threw his hands up in the air. Chulada is asking for his assist to be announced for his entire team to celebrate.
There you go. He did give it the Bone, and it's typically 4 steps after you get the pass. I think it was a little bit more, but you know what? Give it to the guy.
Give it to the goalkeeper.
Actually want to shout out his brother, his little brother Chrissy. He's actually watching right now. So Chrissy, shout out to you, buddy. Plays for St. John Paul down in Boca Raton. And that ball is actually going to be picked up there by Gladden. So Gladden beats Pannenbacker on that one. The 5th thus far win for the Hawks compared to 10 for Pannenbacker today. Huntington taking the ball up top here. It's going to be Gordon. I'm sorry, that's not Gordon. That's Campion. Campion has the ball back, and he goes all the way down. Back up top to Puckett.
And it's all even here as Jinx just returned back to the field on the attack. So all even here on both sides. No extra man opportunity.
Yep. If you can see in the background there, that is Mason Graves. If you can see behind, Graves has played instrumentally for the Lions down the second half of the season. Not sure why he's out today. Hopefully he's back in time for the finals matchup. Oh, and that ball catches Gelada by surprise. I don't think he knew that Campion shot it because he didn't move, and that was stick side. It really should have went right in the breadbasket.
He might be checking his stick as well. Like, is there a hole in there?
Yeah, he almost did move. Like, he knew he had that. He was in the right position. And, you know, when you're down or when you're up 10-1, things like that can happen. You'll afford that right there. He's not going to like his save percentage is going to go down a little bit. He was having a pretty nice slate other than that weird goal that was allowed early in the game. But anyway, that is the second goal for the Hawks on the afternoon as it is now 11-2 with 5:50 left to go in the game.
In the third quarter.
In the third quarter, that's right. All right, that's a nice win there by Pannenbacker to use Bennett on his wing. Bennett finding Jenks all the way over on the other side. And Vaughn looking to interchange, and he will with Fraley, as Fraley will trail just behind Connor Rogers. And they will also welcome Jacob Walker as Bennett enters the box and then the bench. All right, it will be Walker that's going to start the dodge for the Lions as he goes right-handed. Swings it back to Avery Jenks. Avery going to look back door to Brady. Oh, that was a beautiful read by Stephen Dan. That was textbook there from Avery to Brady, and a very nice job by Stephen Dan thwarting that opportunity. That should have been pay dirt, no doubt.
Yeah, we might have taken it a little too casually as well.
Yeah, he did just try and go high. Typically, you're not expecting a goalie to read it that well. Maybe he could have faked high, went low, but that's hindsight, you know?
Hindsight 2020, we left that last year.
And Rogers looking to dodge. A nice job defense there by... Oh, and he able to get the shot away as Rogers was falling to the ground. He was checked by Strickland. Strickland using the body a lot here in this quarter. And that's going to be Reese able to get the ball out. Reese Roberts.
A couple challenges
Absolutely.
There. Got checked from each side. A couple to the midsection in the ribs as well.
He went through the entire pack of Lions.
Hey, he went where the Lions can't. The Hawk flew.
I see you. Cute. All right, this ball is going to be worked all the way on over to, it's Cole Foster. Foster holding on to it with 47 left to go in the shot clock as he's going to go on Rogers, and he's able to get a step. But a nice slide there by Riley Garman. He's able to thwart that opportunity. It looks like he might have got a little too high on the hands. Wonder what they're going to call here. Maybe a hook and call or a hold.
They're going to send him. I believe it was, they're going to send him. Flanagan will come in, but Graham will get that penalty called against him.
All right, so Huntington, the last two matchups going all the way back to the second matchup of the year, including this one. 0 for 13 on the man up. They got to do something different, Nick. They got to do something different. I don't care if you put 5 long poles out there and take them. You guys just take shots. At least they got to do something. I noticed a very good man down for the Lions, but all they do is just work it around. Now, it looks like it's with a little more authority this time. They're at least moving the Lions box around a little bit. There's an interchange there. Brueggemann gets an open look, and that is much better there from Huntington. They at least had an interchange where they can get an open look, but a very good chase there by Chilada and Zach Schramm, and that's going to work the rest of this man-up opportunity down to 0. And Mack Flanagan is going to take the ball. He's going to get it down to Hampel. Hampel over to Avery Jenks. Ooh, unable. A very tough pass there as he was unable to find Avery at the side of the cage. And Huntington will get the ball with a little bit left on this man-up opportunity.
Yeah, it is a 1 minute.
Oh, it's
slashing.
A 1 minute, okay.
Yeah, it's a 1 minute slashing, so it's going to be a little longer than we expected.
All right, so Huntington has another chance here. Only 4 Hawks on the field. It's not something you want to do whenever you are winding down on the man-up opportunity, is be getting people in here. You want to already be going.
Yeah, you're at 10 seconds, and then you have your senior Riley Graham defender back in, so the Hawks need to get it going fast.
Interchange there. That ball's down low. A shot and just wide there. That was by Foster off the side of the cage. Nice save there by Chilada with the upper right shoulder there. Thank God he does shoulders as well as legs. And that ball is going to be wide. That shot was by Brueggemann. Graham set to come out in a couple seconds now. And that ball's going to come up top, and that's a nice job of checking there as they were unable to get the ball from Moulton. As the Lions are even up now, and Brueggemann's going to take it down the right-hand side, typically going on the left, but switching sides of the field this time. A nice defense there by Bennett. That's Gordon behind the cage. Roll back there, and the ball comes up to Brueggemann. Brueggemann, nice defense there by Drew Bennett as he puts him right down to the turf and is able to get up. Not much going there. And that passes out away from the Hawks. And a nice defensive possession there with only 8 on the shot clock. Wonderful man down for the Lions. And a wonderful job once they got even up to thwart any kind of attack from the Hawks.
And the Hawks couldn't even find daylight for a shot.
They had about as much daylight as actually in the sky right in there. Basically none.
I will say the Hawks helmets, I was just thinking about that. They look good off these
They are
lights.
sick, yeah. I do like them for sure.
Those silver, stainless steel looking
And with
helmets.
everyone going to like matte, our helmets are matte, I love the difference. The silver is a good look. It's a good looking uniform. It's kind of like the silver compared to that Notre Dame gold.
Yes.
All right, so it looks like it's going to be 57 to go, and it's going to be Campion coming down the right-hand side. He's probably going to get pushed from the back, and that will be a penalty on Bennett. The fans love it up there, a little contact. They always love when somebody hits the deck here at the WAC. So there will be a delayed call here on Piedmont. Definitely going to be a push called on Bennett, but the Hawks will maintain possession. And it's Campion again getting another step on Bennett, but that time Bennett a nice job to do a trail check on him, able to dislodge the pellet. And it will be picked up by the freshman Flanagan out of Florida. And that will be another man-up opportunity for Huntingdon, which it looked a little better that last time. They had a couple opportunities. Bregman looks to be the trigger man. We'll see if they can do it here. 0 for 14 going back to that last contest, though, Nick.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, so the Hawks there, they get that, they know the foul's coming. They know they're going to have that man-up opportunity. They don't even turn it into an attempt on goal. I think any shot would be more productive than just a turnover that then gives you the ball back.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. All right, that ball's going to be worked behind there. It's going to be Moulton coming out from behind the net. I'm sorry, that was Gordon unable to get there. Riley Graham on the chase again, but that's a nice job of supporting there by Puckett. Puckett up front, and a nice job by Zach Chilada to intercept the pass. That is wonderful. Your best defender's got to be your goaltender. Normally it's by saving it, but a wonderful job anticipating that by Chilada. His mom and dad said he wasn't athletic. I beg to differ. He got at least 2 sheets of paper under his feet there.
Maybe even a textbook.
I wouldn't go that far. That's 240 going up in the air. I'll give it to him. He is athletic. Mama Gina, I'm calling it right now. Your son's athletic. And nice job. Speaking of athleticism, Mike Jones having a good game. Do not take the 11 goals that they've gotten scored on them. Mike Jones has had a very solid game for the Hawks. And reeling down to about 6 seconds left to go in the corner. Doesn't look like Huntingdon is going to be too quick to react. Although Puckett's going to take it with 5 seconds. He's going to come down Main Street. Puckett unable to get the draw, and he is checked hard by Flanagan. And I don't think he meant to hit him in the head as he was kind of going down when that check happened, but he did get all caged there. Flanagan kind of saying, I'm sorry. Puckett's a little hot, though, as he's going after Flanagan, and now he's just going to walk back to his bench. Smart thing to do. Don't take a retaliatory penalty. You're down 11-2. If you want to get back in this game at all, just, go back, take your man-up opportunity, and that's a good job by Puckett drawing it, which I thought they were going to go into the half with just, killing that play there, but Puckett driving the play. Now, we do see a couple flags on the field, and we will be back to explain that whenever this fourth quarter resumes. So we'll make sure we have the right call for you. But anyway, we're going to the fourth quarter here at the semifinal matchup at the WAC. It is Piedmont leading 11-2 here on the Main Event Broadcasting Network. All right, we got that penalty situation handled. Thank you to one of the patrons down below. I believe that is Mr. Rogers there. So Connor Rogers, the initial penalty, he's going to get an illegal check, and Mack Flanagan, the check to the head. Both 1-minute penalties, so it'll be Piedmont, 2 men down, as Huntingdon will look to cash in on the man-up opportunity here. They're going to work it all the way around, and that's a shot just going to be high over the stick side of Chilada.
If you're a Hawks fan, you like the shot. You like the shot. We at least created an opportunity as a Hawk.
That ball's down to Box again, who took the first shot, and now that's going to be mishandled, and Riley Graham's going to take it. And Graham's going to roll back and give it to Chilada, so we'll see how much of this 1 minute, 2 men down opportunity that the Lions can waste here, as Chilada's taking it out past the box and is able to give it all the way up to Brady Jenks. And they're telling Brady Jenks to go behind the cage, try and just kill as much time as they can.
It's literally him and his brother. Those are about the only ones in the attack.
I'll take those brothers over any other brothers in the country, though. And it looks like there will be in 5 seconds. One of these penalties will relinquish, if not both. And actually, it will be both penalties will lapse as Piedmont kills off the 2 men down. Huntingdon with only 1 shot on the man down opportunity. 0 for 15 in the last 2 games, 0 for 5 today. All right, that ball's down. And a nice pass out front. Brady Jenks, not usually one for assist, but wonderful job to find Chase Goff right in the middle of the circle. And that was a beautiful play by the Lions as they score their 12th of the game and lead by 10.
I'm pretty sure Jenks has doubled his assist category in this game. He had 2 coming in. Now he has 2 on the day. He's behind the net, though. He's where brother usually is.
You know what? Maybe that's why Avery gets so many of his points is he's taking what spot Brady used to have.
Actually, Brady has 3 assists.
Brady has 3 assists.
He has 3 assists. I just checked. He has 3 assists.
Hot dog!
Wow.
All right, Pannenbacker looking to get his 11th draw of the afternoon, and it's going to be up to Drew Bennett to get it, and he will, so that's 11 per Pannenbacker. Going to give it over to Hamlin just behind him. Avery Jenks on the chase. But that ball will go out, and Huntingdon will take possession down 10 here with just over 13 minutes to go in the game. Well, that ball is going to be brought in. Once we say it was kind of unique what they do, they bring their midfielders back, and they're able to just exit the zone very cleanly. So that ball is going to work down to Brueggemann. That was Foster who brought it over the midline. Brueggemann has to step on Hamlin. A nice slide there by Zach Schramm, but Brueggemann gets a step, a shot, and a goal. Wonderful individual effort by Ian Brueggemann as he worked off of Hamlin. Wasn't able to get that check. Zach Schramm comes up on a very good slide, but he's able to kind of muscle his way around him, gets a little daylight, and goes low off-stick side of Chilada, and they have their 3rd goal of the contest.
Yeah, great speed on the shot as well. That had a lot of pace on it. If you could see it in the camera, there was a lot of pace on that shot.
Yeah, Brueggemann, the leading scorer for this team. He is the trigger man on everything. He's definitely a fine player. The sophomore Ian Brueggemann, keep in mind, so he will be back for another 2 seasons. And we have a procedure call on Pannenbacker again, so it will be Huntingdon taking the draw.
I wonder what that is there. I really wonder what they're calling there for Pannenbacker.
He flinches. That's what it is. A procedure call. Anytime that you flinch before they blow the whistle for the face-off, they call you, so possession goes to whatever team did not flinch. Or if they both kind of flinch, it goes to whatever one flinched first. So that's what they keep calling on Chris. Just a little too happy there in the draw, a little too quick. And that's Vaughn in the game as he's going to be defending Camping. And Camping goes around, and a nice job there by Chilada to gobble that up like a turkey. Gobble, gobble. The big man from Boca gives it off to Riley Graham, who splits the D there. A little nutmeg of sorts as Riley Graham able to work it down low. And he goes right to the center of the cage as he was thinking maybe he could get a little mail there out front. But instead is going to retreat into his defensive end. And he'll end up switching with the attackman that will be Connor Rogers as he will trail in Fraley.
You give them a little daylight. Him and Flanagan, and they're gone.
A lot of these deep poles love to try and test their luck and see if they can't get on the score sheet. All right, it's going to be Jacob Walker going off the left-hand side against. Oh, and he does a nice job to get by. Nice little bounce pass there. Works all the way over to Fraley, and Fraley kind of a weak shot, aided a little bit by the stick of Campion there. And that's going to be chased down low by, that is Avery. Avery coming out front. He dips, he uses a low shot and a goal! Avery Jenks, the hat trick. Throw him out there, and that is just cake for him. Goes low to low, gets by 2 defenders, and that's 13 for the Lions, 3 for Avery. And now, I think we officially call it a blowout.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand here. It's getting out of hand here in the sense that every time the Hawks do something, the Lions instantly answer.
Yep.
Instant answer. No playing around, no jokes. Just taking care of business.
And speaking of instant, he's just like Instant Mac, where you can make it real quick. It's super, it's effective, you love it. Chris Pannenbacker, just that way with faceoffs. And that's Des Stallings going to take it all the way into the box. His first action today. Nice job on the wing for the long stick midfielder. Ball's going to be worked up to Goff now, and he'll give it over to Waters. And Phil Waters over to Jared Brock. Brock going to go quickly here. He's going to have a step, but instead gives right back to Avery Jenks. Avery may be looking forward, but instead goes over to Waters, who's over to Goff. Goff dances to his left and gives it back over to Waters, who finds Brock down low. Brock back up top to Phil Waters. Phil over to Goff. Goff draws that double team there from Gray. Has to give it down to Brady Jenks. Jenks out front to Hampel, and that is a beautiful play. Brady just got his 4th assist.
It's behind the net.
Brady Jenks, a playmaker all of a sudden, as he assists on Dylan Hampel's goal. What has got into Brady Jenks? What did he eat this morning? We got to find that out.
I'm pretty sure him and Avery, the brother over there, Avery Jenks, are laughing it up and probably joking about it, because it's a weird sight. And if you're the Falcons watching this and you look at the box score, you're going to be so confused all season. It's been Avery Jenks. Now, they might think they'd switch numbers today.
Yeah.
They might think they switched numbers.
Brady Jenks has so many more goals and assists this year, but today, 1 goal, 4 assists for the super senior for the Lions. A great day for Brady Jenks. This faceoff's going to be contested here, and that will be Fitzgerald coming up with the ball. So Pannenbacker wins his 13th of the day compared to 6 losses so far.
Alluding to that, I did say the Pfeiffer Falcons. The winner of this will either play Pfeiffer or Greensboro, and it will be away no matter what. Even if the Lions win or the Hawks win and you're a Hawks fan, it will be away. The East Division will be hosting no matter the seeding. So, unfortunately, this will be our last broadcast no matter what.
All right, that's going to be Bennett over on. So that's Fraley coming to the middle. He shoots and scores. He goes low on the stick side to Stephen Dan, and the 16,132 erupt. Just kidding. We probably got about 100 fans, to be honest. It's a good crowd here at the Walker Athletic Complex. The student section, where they can also, any student can come and watch the games, that is full. There is definitely parents scattered all over the facility, and that's only Piedmont fans, as external fans are not allowed at the game. So this is all green and white, and they're loving what they're seeing from their green and white out there today as they go up by 12.
Yeah, as you mentioned that, even if you are a student, you're split between this and the baseball game right now. So a great showing for the Piedmont students.
Yep. And that's Jacob Kipp going to get over to Jared Brock, and a nice save there by Stephen Dan as he took one off the shin. That's a Warriors mentality to step in front of that one. And that's Jones in the corner, pressured by the Jenks brothers, and the Jenks brothers will come up with it, as it'll be Avery pressuring Brady with the ball. Brady coming out, and he's looking for Avery, and instead will just take it himself.
I apologize. I wasn't sure what that was. We have a dog near us, if you can hear that in the broadcast.
I think there's some fireworks going off or something over there. Anyways, the ball will come to Huntingdon. And Camping will lug it up the field and get it all the way down there to Paul Gordon. And then ball will be worked behind now to Caden Box. And a nice stick check there by Riley Graham on Box, but Box able to maintain possession, and a timeout called by Huntingdon. As we will go to a break with Piedmont leading 15-3, 9:07 left in the fourth quarter, as they look to be well on their way to the USA South Championship. But we still have 9 minutes left to play, and we'll bring that last 9 minutes with you here on the Main Event Broadcasting Network in just a bit. Gotcha. All right, we're back here. 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. As Huntingdon will take it below the cage. 53 left to go on the shot clock. That ball is going to be worked all the way up top there to Puckett. Puckett, the man that drew that two-man up opportunity that Huntingdon was unable to successfully convert, but did a nice job there at the end of the third to at least draw 2 penalties. Gets it all the way down to Brueggemann, the most recent goal scorer, the junior. All the way up to Campion. Ryan Campion going to try and go on the long stick midi. Mack Flanagan, he has a slight bit of a step, but Flanagan a nice job with that long pole to just ward him away from the inner circle there. Now 15 left to go on the shot clock, and that ball is intercepted by Zach Schramm. A nice job by the long pole defender there. Oh, and that's a nice job there to deflect the pass. That was definitely going to go right to Fitzgerald, but a nice job there by Box to get something on that. And now with a fresh shot clock, Puckett will get the ball back, and he will give it on over to Foster. They're going to work it all the way up. The coach is looking to, he's saying get into Brady and start with Brady. That's going to be Brady Puckett. They're going to try and find over on the left-hand side, but Jonathan Bowen staying right in his hip pocket, and that pass just an errant one, well past the stick of Caden Box, and basically a free square there for the Lions as they're going to get possession back.
Yeah, that is very casual. The Hawks might have just accepted this defeat. Based on that offensive possession, they have accepted. Wow, what a swim move.
Ooh.
What a swim move as well. Fitzgerald even gave him a look.
Doing a little Michael Phelps there swim move. How about it there from Fitzgerald? Looks back at Paul Gordon and just said, look at me now. All right, 7:16 left to go in the game clock. As it will be what I consider the number one line today in Fraley, Rogers, and Jacob Walker. As the ball is up top, and that's going to be thrown down low to Brady McGuire. McGuire battling Stephen Dan, and now Gray comes over to help, and it will be Stephen Dan able to pick up the mail. He'll circle the wagon, chased by Avery Jenks. Very dangerous here, but is able to get it off to Mike Jones. Jones goes all the way across to Gray. And Gray able to elude the checking of Brady Jenks and gets it up the middle to Kaiser.
Yeah, but here for the Hawks, let's see if they create some offense, because that last possession ended with just an errant pass. Mm-hmm. So the Hawks at least need to create some opportunities here, create some shots. They have only 22 shots. With only 9 finding goal, we have 28 shots on goal so far, the Lions do. So,
wow.
So the Lions are out shooting them with shots on goal with just shots in the category. So here's an opportunity. I believe it got taken. I don't know how Zach Chulada saw that, but he did. And now Riley Graham looking to join the attack again, just racing down the field like a Russian racehorse, just gone.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hard shot, and Chulada just ate it up like he was standing there expecting it. Good goalies look like they're never trying too hard. He was always in good position this entire year and has the same thing there. And that turnover will be caused there and gathered by Ian Parr. Parr, the freshman, going to get it down, and Avery Jenks going to do a little fake pass, but now get it to Parr. Parr looks to shoot, and he sails at a country mile over the cage.
Not trying to laugh at that one, but that one was ambitious and Parr.
Yeah. All right, that's going to be Avery taking it behind the cage. He's going to find Parr out to the side. Parr going to take it up and to pass a little bit out of the way of Walker, but able to be corralled. Parr down to Walker. Walker over to Goff. Down and over to Connor Rogers. Rogers, Dipsy Doolin drew 2 men. He's going to now let Goff shoot, and he lets one rip. Woo! Chase Goff going low off stick side of Stephen Dan, and that is a hat trick for him. Throw the hats. We'll pick the ones up we threw for Avery as the Lions go up by 13.
And Rogers again getting on that assist.
Yeah, Rogers, 2 or 3 assists for him today.
Brady has 4. Rogers will then have, let me find that number there. That will be his hat trick of assists.
All right, so they call that a playmaker for Connor Rogers. They had a goal and 3 assists on his report card. And that's going to be Jacob Kipp coming in and winning a draw there against Gladden. Love to see that guy, the Fogo. Jacob Kipp, the sophomore, winning a draw there for the Lions. How most of our broadcasts have ended typically around now is when Piedmont's going to get most of their players in. And we saw Kipp doing just that. The backup face-off man, but doing good in his own right. And that ball is going to come all the way up top to Goff. Just got his third of the contest, and that ball is going to go over to Fraley. Fraley going to spin back and give it top to Avery Jenks. Jenks going to create a little separation, interchanges with Parr, gives the ball to Parr. Parr has a step, but a nice job to get it back as he felt the double team coming from Mike Jones. Now Waters finding Jenks right in the middle. Jenks is going to look to shoot, and he just, I think, is it hit the post or was that a save by Dan? Not quite sure.
Not sure either way. No reset, so I don't.
Okay, post would have been a reset, so it must have been just wide. So 22 left to go on the shot clock, 4:14 on the game clock. That's going to be Waters going down the right-hand side. All the way across. Brady McGuire just a little too hot to handle it. And a nice job of anticipation there by Jones. Jones coming down the way. Hanflin has to slide to come over and get him. Pass back door. A nice job by Chilada to intercept that. Good lacrosse IQ there. And Zach Schramm's going to try and go for the ball. And he's able to do a nice spin move. Zach Schramm with a wonderful play there to win the possession for the Lions. He gets it up to Austin Vaughn. Vaughn coming down. He gets it Avery Jenks. And Jenks will settle it down. And I will settle my voice down. Thought we were going to have maybe a goal there. Oh, okay. Yeah, as I was slowing down, Avery thought he was coming out from behind the cage, but he's going to give it behind now to Brady McGuire, who's able to pick up the garbage there.
Avery doing Avery things, creating nothing into a shot. Now Ian the same, rifles it upper 90.
I said Sriracha earlier. What do I call that one? I know Brett Loftus has called it Texas Pete before. We'll call it Big Daddy Hot.
Big Daddy Hot.
That had some hot sauce on that one. Ian Parr, how are ya?
That's bad.
17 for the Lions. And this will mean that this is at least the second most goals they've scored. They're not quite going to get to the 22. I do not believe they scored in the first matchup, but do surpass the 16 watermark that they had in the last regular season contest against Huntingdon. So for all intents and purposes, this is your West Division champions. There is a trophy celebration. We will keep it live here on YouTube so you guys can see that that celebration whenever the trophy is handed out for your Piedmont Lions. But in the meantime, Jacob Kipp trying to ask his wingers to win one for him. And it will be white ball, so Jacob Kipp will get his credit for his second face-off one. 100% on the day for Kipp.
You know, I was just looking through it as well. You know who else is 100%? Chase Goff, 3 for 3. 3 shots, 3 on goal, 3 goals.
You like that shooting percentage?
Yeah, you do.
All right, it's going to be Avery behind the cage. He spins and somehow almost made it through there, but the nice checking able to come together from, that was Reese Roberts. That ball's going to go all the way up to the middle of the field. It's a nice pass there to Sloan. Haven't seen Sloan much in this affair, but he gives it down to Brueggemann. Ian Brueggemann, as I mentioned, the leader on this team in goals, just a sophomore, number 32 in red here, working his way to the middle of the field as that's going to be Gray with the ball there. I'm sorry, not Gray, that is Foster. Cole Foster looking to go on Rogers. He gets a little bit of a step. Hanflin, the faux slide, made him roll back a little bit there, and that ball goes to Brueggemann.
They tend to run away from Hanflin.
I would. That ball spun back. 27 left to go on the shot clock as the ball's worked up to the top left here. The ball's going to come back to Puckett. Puckett chased there by Vaughn. And Puckett, a nice check there by Rogers, able to get the ball on the ground, but a nice job by Puckett to stay with it. He's got 11 on the shot clock. They're going to have to go fast as that ball is mishandled. It doesn't look like they will get a shot. 5 seconds to go in the shot clock. They're going to have to take a shot. Foster's going to have to do something, but a nice check there by Rogers, and that will be a shot clock violation. Wonderful defensive possession once again from the Lions.
Rogers forced two loose balls in there. Unfortunate he couldn't come up with either of them, but he really disrupted that play twice.
Caused turnovers is a stat, and I think he'll at least get a couple of those for his report card today. He's been very good, one of the best out there for the Lions. I know all the points have gone to basically Brady and Avery, but I think that line's been spectacular, the Rogers line, as well as Dylan Hampel on the day.
Oh, yeah, and Hamlin, the defense as well. Like, the ones that they don't even make the box score, but what they do in the back is not underappreciated, especially if you know lacrosse. It's hard to defend.
That was a nice save there by Dan on Ian Parr, trying to go low for his second of the contest. Yeah, we said before in the game that all the defensemen this year, the long poles, won awards. And you see why. Only 3 goals today given up, so... And speaking of a long pull, that's a nice job of getting the ball there by Jones, doing a little hockey pass there just along the ground. But Des Stallings with a nice job to win the ball. Let's see if he can get it through. He does a soccer move to get the ball and is able to win it there by Brady McGuire is able to pick the ball up. Nice job by Des Stallings as he gets the ball in the middle. Oh, and everybody on the bench wanted him to take the shot. Everybody who's got a long stick, the bench wants them to shoot. But a nice job by Des Stallings. They're going to give him a little celebratory cheer there for his fine efforts.
And they'll also be excited. Is that going to wrap it up?
2-1, and that is your final. The winners of the regular season West USA South Division is the Piedmont Lions, and the winners of the West Division champions, they'll take home some hardware tonight, and they will meet the winner of Greensboro and Pfeiffer, which will play tomorrow. So fans, you do want to turn into that game and see who they will play. That'll be 1 o'clock. If you go to usasouth.net, there will be a video that you can click on the link. So I would definitely watch that. You can see kind of what the Lions are going to be up against. Most likely it's going to be Pfeiffer. I've talked to the coaches. It's more like a 70-30, maybe a 60-40. Greensboro's played them tough, but Pfeiffer just scoring an incredible amount of goals this year. 231 goals for, only 99 against. But you know what? Piedmont, on the other hand, only giving up 67. After today's game, only 70 goals given up. So I'll tell you what, maybe defense going against offense, the unstoppable force going against the immovable object. We'll see what they look like in that game, and maybe Greensboro can pull off the upset. Piedmont will play, and what I'll say is maybe a lesser of opponent, but still a strong opponent in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what they did tonight is what we expected. Maybe not. They started slow, so I guess the goals didn't come in that
kind of expect
quarter.
That too, you know? They've done that.
So the Lions, they showed up and did what we expected. The Hawks kind of did what we expected. Did what we expected from that first game we watched them, or the last game we watched them when they came here. They had these man-up opportunities. They were just unable to convert them.
Yep. Yeah, man up. I mean, 0 for 5 again today, 0 for 10 in the last regular season matchup. It wasn't the only story today. You know, Piedmont just a superior team, as we were mentioning before, winning in all 3 facets, like we were saying. The man-ups, they were more effective, the face-offs, and we saw a lot of ground balls that Piedmont came away with. They were able to keep their composure outside of one, double man down or 2-man down opportunity, but everything you like to see from the Lions was on display here today. The crowd was packed. They were roaring on the bench. They were roaring in the stands, and altogether a great win for the Lions. So hopefully me and Nick Pope were talking. We'd love to get out to Pfeiffer if they don't have, or Greensboro if they don't have, a great announcing crew. We bring all the information for both sides. We're definitely jazzed and ready for this finals. If we cannot be the ones that will bring it to you, we'll definitely be watching, updating you on Twitter. Follow me. I'm at Big Delisambro. Nick, go ahead, plug yourself.
I am at Nicholas_Pope. And Mario, what we should do, we should maybe just have a little watch party if it's just us two. We'd have a ton of fun anyway.
I'll tell you what, if you're watching the live stream, I will be watching it. I will at least do highlights. I'll give my own commentary, whatever happens, and I'm definitely going to be wearing all my green and white there. I'll wear my green and white undies down to the bare bone, baby.
All the way.
All right, so that's, once again, hopefully it's not the last broadcast you hear, but if it is, I'm Mario Delisandro alongside of Nick Pope. Thank you for listening all season here on the Main Event Broadcasting Network, and we will see you next time.